Hey everybody, I'm Benjamin Mathis from Urban Confessional, and this is what it means to me to be a part of a movement and coalition of people who are trying to spread the love of listening across the world. It means a few things. One, you're never alone. You might be by yourself, but you're never alone. Two, I'm never alone, which is a nice feeling. And three, that love and hope and joy and listening are real, they are possible, and they will change the world. No big deal.
Hi, my name is Jessie Bannister, and I recently had the opportunity to participate in a listening workshop offered by Someone to Tell It To. It was such a great experience, and I was actually impacted in two different ways. On a personal level, it was so useful and timely because not long after I completed the workshop, I had what I like to call variance of opinion with my husband, and I was able to immediately use the techniques that I learned in this workshop to listen between the lines and figure out what my husband was really trying to communicate to me. And on a professional level, it was wonderful also because my colleagues and we gathered together afterward and we thought about how we were able to better communicate between one another and then ultimately experience greater successes as a team. So thank you so much. The team of Someone to Tell It To is wonderful. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Corine Jansen. I'm sending greetings from the Netherlands, a small country in Europe, nearby Belgium and Germany. I study and practice listening in healthcare. I believe listening is an enormously powerful art. We need more listening ears in this world. Thank you.
My name's Tom Colstock. I've been comfortable with my ideas for years. I've been thinking about politics and religion since I was a teenager, and that's like 60 years ago. So I've really come to grips with what I believe and I'm comfortable with it. What I have gotten from Someone to Tell It To is how much I'm part of the national problem that we're now facing. And what that is, and what I mean by that, is that I can be pretty intolerant of other people's views, and I can be very judgmental about other people's views. And so as a result, I don't necessarily listen to someone that has a viewpoint that is so different from mine that I just automatically write it off. And I've come to realize now that I'm actually part of this national problem we're experiencing. And so I'm trying to deal with that. I'm trying to change. It's hard to do when you're my age, but that change is certainly being facilitated by Someone to Tell It To, because they've given me a model that I can aspire to. So I really appreciate their work, and I'm very grateful to them.
How refreshing and how rejuvenating it has been for them to feel like now they can start a new, a new slate, a new day, and begin anew even as they walk and begin to serve well. And so I definitely think that the ministry of Someone to Tell It To should be something that can be expanded even to, I don't know how how that can be done, but I feel it's something that can be expanded to and even maybe trained to pastors within the African setup here or in Zambia and Malawi where we are doing ministries. And I would love that exposure of our pastors to begin to realize that having someone to speak into your lives helps you in ministry more than sometimes we feel it can do.
Someone to Tell It To offers a listening ear to me, a pastor, trying to lead a church in the 21st century. A daunting prospect for sure.
Hello, my name is Raquel Ark from Listening Alchemy, and I also believe in the power of listening. Someone to Tell It To is playing such an important role in bringing the type of listening that we really need, a listening that connects and a listening that inspires and a listening that will help us have a better world. And this is the type of listening that we want in our listening movement.
Hi, my name is Nate Wagner, and I'm here tonight to tell you how Someone to Tell It To has made all the difference in my life. I lost my brother, my only sibling, to suicide. Someone to Tell It To has helped me process and move through the grief, not around it, not stuff it, but through it. Their listening, their coming alongside me has made all the difference in my life. In addition, I've been able to listen to others. I've gotten the training that Someone to Tell It To has provided, and it has deepened my ability to listen, to genuinely be there with people, not saying everything's going to be okay, not fixing anything, but genuinely being with people. This has made all the difference for those that I listen to. We all need somebody to listen to. We all have a story, and listening is the way for us to affirm that that story matters. You matter, I matter, let's do this together.
So I was really impressed with just the different approach that is something so natural, but something that is so seldom taken. Just to have that true, genuine care and to have people willing to listen, to just hear people's challenges in life is amazing. I can say that I had them actually come in and work with my team. I oversee the social services department, and we work at a health center in Pennsylvania specific to running social service programs. So anything from nutrition to substance abuse to mental health. And they came in and just talked about, active listening and how I think that benefits not only our patients, but also each other as we work together as a workforce. And what a difference that makes when you acknowledge what someone is going through before they ever walk in that door, that really meeting someone where they're at and not necessarily setting them up for failure, for being there with them and really meeting them and helping them just, achieve their greatness and become healthier as a whole.
My name is Thomas Fletcher, and I've been blessed by having met one-on-one with Someone to Tell It To. It was truly a providential experience. I have struggled for a virtual lifetime with bad memories of my World War II service. Undesirable feelings have actually etched a path into my thought patterns, and present-day situations can trigger these unwanted memories. Someone to Tell It To has cleared a new path for my remaining life travels, and I want to thank them very much for hearing my troublesome thoughts.
Hi, my name is Linda. I'm celebrating my 65th birthday today, and I got myself this cake. I love ice cream cake. And I had them, and it said happy birthday, and I had them put happy birthday me on it for me. I've waited years for people to bring me a cake, my children or someone else, and it hasn't happened. So I decided this year to be proactive and do it for me because I am worth it. I want you to know I'm with Someone to Tell It To. They have been a godsend in my life. They have just been there for me. They have listened to me. It's not a matter of what they say to me, it's a matter of what they allow me to say to them. I ran into a friend of theirs in the grocery store a couple of years ago, and it turns out she is a donor, and I thanked her profusely because of her donations is how I'm able to have this service from them, and it's a lifesaver for me. It really has been. It makes you feel that someone cares, and it has shown me that God is in my life. I know that God's here. I've always known it. I just haven't seen the signs. If it's not somebody like standing beside me that I can touch, it's difficult. So they have shown me that God, in so many ways, God is here with me. So I thank you for listening, and I appreciate them so much.
I'm Kristen Hauser. I'm the Chief Public Affairs Officer for the Pennsylvania Coalition Against Rape and the National Sexual Violence Resource Center. Probably the most common question journalists ask me is, why don't victims report? And while each person has their own individual reason, most of them fall under the same overarching umbrella, which is that people don't trust the rest of us to respond appropriately. And when you choose to keep something of this magnitude to yourself, you're not able to get help, support, validation, or resources. And we find that that ends up compounding the traumatic experience for people, leaving them feeling isolated and disconnected and unsure if the way that they're reacting to that experience is normal. So it's really important that people have somewhere safe to go and someone to tell it to. And it's one of the reasons that the Me Too movement has been so powerful. It has demonstrated that it's possible to be believed, that people will respond with compassion, that there are people who are willing to lend a shoulder, lend an ear, offer resources, and ultimately those are the things that help people reconnect and decrease symptoms that follow a traumatic experience.